The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talk Live Paranormal with Shannon and Bill. I am Mr. Bill, and with me as always is, well, normally that's where Shannon would be. She would jump in here. Shannon's dealing with a very sick young child right now. Her daughter's not feeling the best. She's got some pretty nasty ear infections, and she's been in and out of the doctors, so we decided she's going to stay off the air tonight and be with her. And speaking of being off the air, last week, Shannon and I were not on here. We played a rerun. I want to apologize for that. It was totally my fault. We had a little bit of a miscommunication going. I didn't realize what day we were leaving. Last weekend, we were with Ghost Hunts USA in the Balladary Inn in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was beautiful there. The problem was it's a 14-hour drive. No, it was longer than that. Yeah, it was about a 14-hour drive. And we had to get up way early on Thursday morning, and there was no way I could do the show. I apologize for that. So, but I am live this week. I'm right here, live and in concert. I can't even talk. See, it starts. I can do this without being on the air. I can talk all the time, but being on the air, for some reason, sometimes just my brain just goes nuts. So, here's the deal. First of all, we start off by saying thank you out there. A very big thank you to all the men and women in uniform that are serving this great nation, protecting us, keeping us free, keeping us so we can do the crazy things we do, like ghost hunting, like a professional DJs. Mr. Travis Hempstead, I know you're watching. Thank you guys very much for serving us. Thank you for being there. To all the people who have served and are now retired or did their time, thank you very much for your service. You people that are overseas right now, just come home safe. You got families here waiting for you. We all miss you. We may not know you, but we're here in spirit with you and here at heart with you. And we hope you guys have a safe Christmas. And yes, I like to say Merry Christmas. I don't say this whole Happy Holidays thing. I'm not the most politically correct person in the world. I never will be, never have been, don't want to be. I have a little problem with it. Sometimes being politically correct to me means being politically incorrect. And if politically incorrect's the way to go, you found the right man. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened over this last weekend. Again, we went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to the Balladary Inn. If you ever look that up and you ever get a chance to go there, it's a beautiful place. The original part of the home was somebody's home, and then during the war, during the battle at Gettysburg, was turned into a hospital. There's actually still a blood stain in one of the corners, which I think they turned that room into almost kind of like an OR where they were doing surgeries. At certain times, you can hear things out there. We've been to Gettysburg before. If you go to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, it's on Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. We have a couple videos out there. Check out the Canon video and listen real close. That's all I'm going to say. Check out that Canon video, listen real close, and then let me know what you think. You tell me what you hear. What happened this weekend? So we took off, we drove, and that's 14 hours in a car with Michelle, Kelly, Drew, and then we stopped and picked up Brittany along the way over in Indiana. Now, that's a crew to have in a car. I'll tell you that much. For 14 straight hours, that was a crew. That was something else. That's all I'm going to say. That was a little different sometimes. We had fun. We didn't really make any stops other than to get some gas and a little bit of food here and there. Drove all day, all straight through. Had a great. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We left Wednesday night, drove to Indiana, which is about 5 hours over to Brittany's place. Spent the night there. Got up at 6 the next morning, and took off. And we were in Gettysburg by 7:30, 7:45, somewhere in there. Got unloaded, got into our room there. Like I said, Belladary Inn. It's a bed and breakfast, beautiful place. I'll plug them all day long. It was the food. The owners of it treat you right. If you guys know, anybody out there wants to know how you're supposed to treat somebody, that's any kind of business you have. You meet this couple, and how they treat people is the way customer service should be. It should be done. We had fun. It was great. So we sat around Thursday night, and we were all doing some, just having a couple glasses of wine, relaxing. And then we went into one of the room that I was talking about, had the blood stain on the floor. That I think they turned into an OR suite, and we're doing surgeries. We weren't doing surgeries, thank God. That would have been scary. Give me a knife. But then, we decided to try to do a seance. Things were going along. People were talking about different people. And I'm not going to lie, I got a little freaked out. Things just, I kind of lost it a little bit. I had to take a couple steps back and get up and leave the room. Something hit me the way they were describing somebody that they were seeing. And yeah, it hits all of us. There's times when we just, doesn't matter if you're a professional, what you call a professional ghost hunter, a paranormal investigator. Every now and then, things just get to you. And when they get to you, you take it as it comes. It got to be a little worse than I thought it was going to be, and I had to get up and walk out. Got my bearings back about me. Got some air outside. It was nice and cool and brisk. Came back in and sat back down. I'm not going to kind of go into what happened next because I'm still dealing with that in my own head. But we got up. We all kind of relaxed, and we all went to bed. Got up the next morning, had a couple meetings, ate lunch, and then we all loaded up and went and played paintball. Now, if you've never played paintball, they can sting a little bit. But when you're playing paintball in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania in December, I ain't going to lie to you. The paintballs don't always break. They come out a little bit harder than normal. It was a little chilly. It was about 33 degrees, 34 degrees. The sun was shining, but the paintballs didn't know it. They stung a little bit. And Tyler, just remember, that was Drew that shot you and nailed him right in the butt the first shot. Oh, he hit him hard. He's got a big old welt on his butt cheek. Probably was not a right thing to do on my own chin. For those of you who are watching live, a big old welt on the butt cheek. We came back, had dinner, did a few meditations, and that's where I'm going to kind of leave it. Not really going to talk about the rest of the weekend because I'm not quite sure exactly what happened. There's more to follow on that. Once I know more, you guys will know more about that. But jump topics here a little bit because that's what I do. Last week, what's up, JP? Last week, 2 weeks ago on the show, I put a plea out there for everybody to go to Talk Live Paranormal with Shannon and Bill, or go to my page, GMFID, and we're trying to raise some money for Shannon's daughter. Shannon's daughter has a disease that doesn't allow her to speak real well. She needs this thing called she has this machine called an eye gaze, and the eye gaze allows her to better communicate. The eye gaze is used all over the place. It's used for people with ALS. It's used for people with that they're paralyzed, that can't talk. It really works. It does. It's kind of the same system that, God, I can see him. I can't remember the guy's name. He just passed away. The big, huge space professor. I'm going to think of his name about halfway through this, so I apologize. But Shannon got the machine given to her through the state, but it came with a very basic trial pack of things that her daughter can do. So Shannon went back to him and said, "Hey, I'm authorized so much money to try to get things going," and they wouldn't give it to her. Would not allow her to buy these 2 packs. Stephen Hawkins, thanks, Jake. Stephen Hawking, so Jake doesn't correct me. Shannon wanted to get these two packs. It's the basic pack that allows her to do certain things, and they wouldn't give it to her. They said she had to buy them herself. Now, she's a single mom. She doesn't have a lot of income, and the first pack is like $900. I'd like to know how many of you guys out there can just reach into a pocket and pull out $900 out of whim, and then to try to pull another $500 out for the other one. It's a conspiracy, the biggest conspiracy, I think, and I don't try to get very political, but one of the biggest conspiracies I think out there right now is insurance companies. Now watch, mine will drop me. Yay. But Shannon is real close. She needs another $400 to get the basic pack. She's really, 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 really close. See you later, Jake. For those who are listening in on the show, I've also got Facebook Live going. We're doing a live shot out here so people can see what's going on and look at my ugly mug because I've got a perfect face for radio. But again, Shannon's really close to having enough money for the first setup, and we're going to try to keep pushing this out there and trying to get people. Anything helps. If you can give $5, if you can give $10, you want to give $100, I'll send you something. I don't know what I got. I'll find something to send you. You need a remote control for a Direct TV? I'll send it to you. $100. Don't tell my wife. Tell my wife I said that. That might be good. The hardest part about this whole thing is, for me, is watching someone who's a very good friend go through the hell she's going through just to try to be able to make her daughter's life better. Shannon is a friend. We've worked together a couple of times on ghost hunts, but we became real good friends through this radio show, and it's really hard not to see her get what she needs for her daughter. And she's a very proud mother. It took her a lot to be able to just ask for help. She wants to do everything on her own. She tries to do as much as she can and try to have a normal life, even though her daughter is sick. But you know what? It's not working out sometimes. So anything anybody can do, anything you guys can help out with would be great. Shannon, we love you. I want you to be here with us, doing this show all year long, every Wednesday, having a blast. But I know your family life's got to come first. So I was trying to come up with a couple of topics to talk about tonight. And I came up with one because it's one of the things we actually did this weekend. And I don't know how many people have ever tried this. Trying to do a guided meditation to meet your spirit animal. We all have spirit guides, but everybody, you have several spirit animals, but we all have spirit guides out there. But you have to meet them, and you have to go. You've got to join up with them to get them to walk through life with you. So one of the things that was suggested to me after what happened was to start working on more and more meditation to try to see if my brain would comprehend what's going on. One of the things that's really kind of getting to me is the meditations are making it a little harder and a little harder for me to move forward. It's almost like I'm meditating and things are blocking. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I keep trying. I'm going to try to keep keep trying to meditate, keep trying to push forward, keep trying to try to let my third eye here open up a little bit. If it's not going to, it's not going to. It's not gonna open up the way I want it to. I know it's not. I want it to. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to say what I want to say. It's right there. I know I'm usually not the type of person that doesn't have anything to say. I talk too much. It's getting him to shut up. That's a problem. Yeah, no. Leave me alone. There is more meditation that is going on, more that we're going to keep going through, and I'm going to keep you guys along the ride for the journey. I was told that I have a journey to take by Willow and Luna. You guys were there. I wish you guys were listening right now. You guys were awesome. I love you guys very much. You guys you helped me understand a little bit more than what I didn't understand. The ability to just run through something and jump into something is really, really tough. You know, we all want to protect ourselves. We all want to just we want to hold back and go with what we know. But I think it's the strength and the internal strength, the internal ability to jump forward and try something and see what happens that you never would have tried before. So that's what I think what's going to happen. I have no choice. I like to try new things. I was, like I said, I was told I had a journey to go on. I was either going to go down the left side. I came to a fork in the road in my journey, and either I'm going to go down the left side of the road and not change anything and just see what happens and what comes up, or I could go to the right side, work with people. Sorry, I was blocking the camera. I could work with people and try to see what happens, see what comes about, see who's going to be there, if I can connect anything. If I can't, see what I am. If I'm just the bald tech guy, then you know what? So be it. I'll be the happy-go-lucky bald fat tech guy. It's what I do. I'll have fun with it. If something decides to come down the line and be right there in front of my face and say, here it is, and that's what it's going to be, then I'm going to go for it. Yeah, Travis, you're right. Yeah, I was the tech. Travis just said, hey, that's how we met, and that's how he got where he is today. But it's just bull. He was always going to get there. Travis Hempstead, you're awesome. Ooh, I just put your name over the radio. Ooh. But again, I'm going to try to take you guys along for this journey with me each week and see where I'm at, see how things are going, see what the meditation is going to bring. The one thing I was told to start reading up on is astral projection. That's what I kind of wanted. One of the things I wanted to talk about. If anybody doesn't know what astral projection is, I'm on Wikipedia. There are so many different terms. Astral projection or astral travel is kind of a term used to describe a willful out-of-body experience. Now, I'm not saying willful as in give me one of those bottles up there on the wall and I'll drink it and then I'll have an out-of-body experience. Something where an out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of a soul or a consciousness called an astral body. That is, you're separate from your physical body and you're capable of traveling outside throughout the universe. I don't know how that would be. Some people say that it can't happen. Some people say that you have to be on like hallucinogenic drugs to do it. If you do, then come on. Then I have no problem doing that. I would have no problem. Yeah, what? I can't take drugs. What am I talking about? I was just having a discussion with myself, which is really weird. Did anybody ever do that? No. Yes. No. Yes. I know. One of the biggest things that's got me thinking about this astral projection is because during some of my meditation this weekend, while some people were seeing colors and some people were seeing trees and seeing other people walk around, mine were all dark, and I was floating it sometimes. No, excuse me, I had not been drinking yet, but it was really weird. And sometimes you're not ready for that. Sometimes your brain just won't lock on, and that was one thing I had to worry about: is my brain going to lock on? Is my brain going to take me down that road, or is it going to take me into other locations and other places where I'm not sure what is going on? So that's what I did. I took a step back, went for a walk, tried to let certain things sink in. It was homemade limoncello. Oh, I still got to bring you a bottle of that, JP. Sorry. It's really weird talking on the show and having people come in on the show, well, on the Facebook Live, and remind me that I owe them alcohol. So, excuse me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna do this read about all this astral projection, and read some more about meditation. You know, guys, meditation isn't just for spiritual ghost hunting. I'm learning that, and it seems to be working. Sometimes you can meditate and learn so many things about yourself. You can help meditate to keep your mind strong, to help you sleep, to help you understand and question things. I know lots of people who are parents that are dealing with teenagers who do a lot of meditation, not medication, meditation, not cation, it's tation, with a T, not a C. They do a lot of meditation to help themselves get through the terrible teenage years, because, well, let's face it, we were all teenagers. Yeah, Travis says it helps him fall asleep real fast. It does. Some of the meditations will put you to sleep and get you to relax. The hard part about some of the meditations, Chris, that's actually a form of meditation. Singing is actually a form of verbal meditation. See, I'm learning all sorts of. I'm a spiritual sumbitch. That's all I'm saying. Dana, hi. I'm spiritual, and if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you, or oceanfront property in Arizona. But meditation can help you through a lot of things in life. It's helping me deal with certain things at work. It's helping me deal with certain things while we're out ghost hunting. It's allowing me to kind of open up and let things in, and trying to hear more physically and mentally, not just with my ears. It's trying to help me with my concentration, which I don't have anything right now of my concentration. Look, I got a big red nose. And I just don't know. I have to find the right meditation for me. Now, there is one that's out there. Well, I don't know if I'm ready to try hypnosis yet. That's kind of one of those ones where if I try the hypnosis, I'm not quite sure what'll come out. One of the parts of meditation is that we want to try, and I don't know when we're going to set this up and try this, and I promise you this will not be on the radio. It will not be live. It won't be on Facebook. It won't be anywhere because I don't know what's going to happen. is we want to do a guided attached meditation to where I'm being guided through the meditation, but one of the mediums kind of gets into my head and goes along for the ride. That scares me just a little bit that someone wants to try that with this brain, with my brain, because I know how this thing does and doesn't really work. I know what it thinks of all the time. I know why it can't go to sleep sometimes. Why am I yawning now? Probably because I haven't shut up for the last hour and a half. I know why it thinks what it does. I know the things that are in there, and I know about my past. And that's sometimes my past is what I guess I'm more afraid of, is letting someone else in. I'll let Kelly into my past, my wife, all she wants. She can have any bit of information. I won't lie to her. I won't not tell her anything. I may not go into a whole lot of details on some of the stuff because, let's face it, for any of you that knew me when I was younger, have a great night, Travis. For any of you that knew me when I was younger, I really wasn't the best person in the world. But I was given some opportunities to make myself right. And I did. I hope. Righteous? No. Right? I'm hoping yes. So we're going to see how that works. I have some ideas. I know what I want to do. I know how I'm hoping it goes. And I'm hoping that somewhere along the line in that meditation, then one of the next, or several of the next sets of Powerball numbers are, so that way I can get them and I can become rich. I'm kidding. I'm already rich. I have a beautiful wife, great friends like you guys out there, and you guys listening on the radio, and you guys on Facebook Live. It's really hard not to be rich when you got people around you that like to have fun and don't judge you for who you are. Hell, I do enough judging for who I am every time I look in the mirror. One of the money, JP, money. One of the things that I'm hoping kind of comes out of this is an openness, and an openness to accept something that I haven't accepted in a long time, which is that person I look at the mirror every day. Sometimes an openness and having the ability to be open with and accept yourself is the hardest thing in life. We are who we are. We are what we are. And you know what? People around us that don't believe that, people are, oh my God, a woman's place is in the home having babies and taking care of the house, and a man should be out doing this, and you shouldn't be able to own a gun, and you shouldn't be able to go out and drive real fast. Here's the thing. There's a lot of things out there we shouldn't do. There's a lot of things that we can do, and there's a lot of things that we want to do. Now, there's the wants, we cans, and we should. Does that mean we're going to do any one of them? Do I want to drive fast? Yeah. Do I? Yeah. Do I drive fast and see a cop and my butt grabs the seat and goes, holy shit? Yeah. Because you never know what's going to happen. Do I want to have my fire pager go off at 2:30 in the morning for a house fire? No. I don't want it. I don't. If my fire pager, and yes, I'm a volunteer firefighter for those who are listening, if my fire pager never goes off again, I'll be the happiest person in the world. That means that someone else is not having a bad day. I don't want anybody to have a bad day. I want everybody to have a great day. I want you to be able to look in the mirror the first thing in the morning and go, you look good, kid. You look good. But you need to be able to have the fact where you can actually look in the mirror and go, you look good, kid. But there's some things we could fix. Like, I don't know, that big old gut I'm carrying around with me everywhere. And mine, not my wife's. My gut. But it's a solar panel for a love machine, baby. I doubt it. But there's also there's also a skepticism over a lot of the things that we do. A lot of people that are, if you're out there and you're a paranormal investigator, thank God, I'm glad you're there, because we have no idea. We're still learning this on a day-to-day basis. Things happen all the time. I'm learning that certain things have effects on other things, and all that chi and that karma, and they're all seem to be aligned somewhere. There's a whole spiritual world out there that it seems like we know nothing about, and there's no way that we're going to know us. There's people that take that step forward, and that's anything in the world. I don't care if you mow grass for a living, or you serve burgers, or you do whatever. You've got to try. You've got to do certain things, and if you can't do certain things, and or you don't want to take that step forward and go, you know what, this burger might be pretty good with some French fries on it, and maybe some of this little secret sauce on it, and and you make a Good Burger. I love that movie. Good Burger is awesome. But if you don't take that chance and you don't take that step forward, how are you going to know what you can't do? You don't know what's going to happen each time, and you don't know what you can do unless you try. There's a lot of people that have tried and failed, and they stay back and they go, I just don't want to do this anymore. Well, you know what? Suck it up, Buttercup, as my brother would say. Suck it up and drive on, because that's where we're at. You need to suck it up. You need to push this a little bit further. You need to have a little bit more fun with it. It's life. See you later, Chris. It's life. Life is the way we want it to. Isn't ever the way we want it to be. How many of you guys out there all of a sudden went, oh my God, I'm a father, or oh my God, I'm a mother? That's what happens. That's what happens. Chris, you're a damn good friend too. We got to get together and do some more singing. Wintertime, I'm kind of on the downside on this, on some hunts. So, Chris, let me know when a weekend's coming up and you want to get together and do some singing. We'll do it. And speaking of that, wintertime, ho, 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 Santa Claus is coming. Here's going to be the only time I'm going to pitch this, the only time I'm going to ask this. Please, if you get a chance and you can do it, go out there and take a look around. There's people a lot less fortunate. Even if you want to buy a toy and put it in the Toys for Tots, or buy a coat, put it out there for somebody. I'm not the most ho person. I don't get really into Christmas. I used to a lot. But I still believe there's people out there that are less fortunate. And if you got an extra coat, or you got an extra $1, and you can make somebody's day just by helping them out, buy them a sandwich. Give somebody a smile. Start there. Just a smile. A smile 9 times out of 10 is what somebody needs. Just smile at them. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Unless it's the afternoon, then it's good afternoon, I guess. But just smile at somebody. Sometimes that's all they want. Somebody to recognize them, to know that they're there, and somebody cares. That's the hardest thing there is. It's just getting people to realize that, all this fluff in the world that we have, these computers, phones, we're the only race on this planet, whether it is the human race, that thinks they have to have everything. But we're just living a dash. Once your dash is over, you're a dash between 2 dates. And that's where I come in, and I come in. Well, we come in and investigate. But you're a dash between 2 dates. That's how you deal with your dash, especially this time of the year, where people are, people need things. People are running around with the basic things. People don't have food. Kids don't have food. They're running around out there just kind of going through life, wondering where the next thing's coming from. And it takes like people like you and me that can stand up and go, you know what? There's a difference between being a human being and being a decent human being. And there's a lot of people who aren't decent human beings out there. I'm not going to name any names. I'm going to let you guys know who they are. Yeah, we deal with them every day, whether it's at work or whether we're driving in a car or flying on a plane or we're just standing there in line waiting. Some people are just wired that way, I think, just to be assholes. And you can't do that. I think that's one of the biggest things that's wrong. And I saw a post. I don't know who said it. I'm trying to... Oh, it was the lead singer for Disturbed. There's a new addiction out there. And it's not a drug. It's not an alcohol. It's not a cigarette. It's not a car. It's people are addicted now to being insulted. And it's disgusting. Why do we have to insult so many people? Or they're addicted to being offended. And I know that there's a lot of things that go on in a lot of people's lives, but just know that people get offended. Smile at them. If you're offended by somebody says, smile, because remember, it scares the hell out of them because they have no idea what's going on in your brain. In my case, when I smile, people run because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And I don't have a problem with that. There's so many people that are politically correct out there right now that don't understand what they're saying, and they just go with the flow and go with the person next to them. Like this whole thing about guns and you know what? I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm going to go the other way. This whole thing about the paranormal is, it's all fake. There's nothing out there. When something dies, it's over with. Our bodies are, we have so much electricity that's in our bodies that where does it go? It's got to go somewhere. Now, whether you're a spiritual person or not, there's got to be something on the other side. If you take a step back, it just can't be that it ends. I mean, for those of you who have kids out there, and you're watching your kids, and you're watching them run around and have a good time, and it looks like they're talking to somebody, don't stop that. You can call it their imaginary friend. One of the things we'd always talked about when we do paranormal stuff and with groups of people is, everybody has them. When we were growing up, almost everybody had an imaginary friend. My imaginary friend played with the kid across the street because he didn't like me, but I still had an imaginary friend. He came over, stole my sandwiches, and went back over. But later on in life, as adults, we look at the kids and we say, don't do that. There's nothing there. Ignore it. It's nothing there. And as we grow older, we turn that off. And as adults, if we can turn that imagination back on, who's to say what we're going to see? Who's to say what we're going to hear, what we're going to go through, how things are going to be for us? An imaginary friend isn't just a child's friend. How do you know that's not Grandma Ruthie running around going, I never got to meet my great-grandchild, but now I'm here with my great-grandchild, and I'm going to protect and watch over them and give them what guidance I can until their mom and dad says, stop. Don't talk about that. It's not real. What's wrong? Let them have an imagination. Take away the video games every now and then and make them go outside and get a stick and do something with it. Sword fight. Play cops and robbers and cowboys and Indians. Go out there and play with them. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we can't have fun. It doesn't mean we have to have all this technical gizmo, bismo, bumbo, jumbo to go out there and have a good time. It just means that we're bigger kids now. And bigger kids are what we need to be. Have a good time. Some of us need a little bit of the drinky to have a good time, but some of us like to do it. I don't care. If it does what it does and it is what it is to you, go have a good time, but do it safely. If you're one of these fear junkies that wants to jump off a bridge with a single string parachute and see if you can tie it on the way down, if you'll hit the bottom, I'll watch. I'll hold my breath and see if Bumbles bounce. I don't think they do. Trust me, I fall down all the time. I don't bounce. But go out there this year. We only got what? Today's the 12th. We're running out of days in this year. Can y'all believe how fast this damn year has gone by? I can't believe we've been on the air almost a year. March will be a year that Shannon and I have been on the air with the show, and it has flown by. Oh my God. Take a look at what you went through in the last year. How about that? Take a look at the trials, the tribulations, and the pains, the suffering. Then put it all aside and weigh it with your happiness. You know, we all lose people. Everybody loses someone. I'm still looking for a friend of mine. Actually, it's what I want to say is the guy who saved my life. I wish I could find him to say hello to him, to shake his hand again. I served with him. We kind of sort of lived together overseas a lot. He'd come up and stay with me while my wife was downrange. And he's out there. I just can't find him yet. When I find him, I'm going to shake his hand and I'm going to punch him. Just because that's what we would do to each other. That's how we say hello. But take a step back this time of year. Relax. It doesn't all have to be about presents. It doesn't all have to be about, did I get mom the biggest pot of flour and not flour for her pot, but a pot for her flour? Or did I get mom the biggest TV? Or did I get my son the newest computer? Or did I get him the newest toy? If that's the way kids are going to think, that's the way kids are going to grow up, and that's going to keep wanting. Because we all did. We all grew up that way. I want. But then I turn around and I see some of these kids that do this, I want, so I can give it away. Those are the kids that I wish I could grow up to be. They've already got it figured out, man. Got it. It's right there. They know. They've got all this figured out. It's either that or they're going to be a con artist and they'll be in the White House soon. Don't worry, for any of you listening on the radio didn't see, I'm just hitting a vape. I'm not hitting a joint. I know it sounded like it, so. There's a lot of things that we can do as human beings by taking a step back and just listening to people. We get a lot of people while we're doing investigations. We talked about this on one of our other shows. We had a lady who I actually accidentally found on Facebook, and I did say accidentally because she was posting some stuff, and I thought she looked familiar, and I ended up getting on her Facebook site, and she let me in long enough for me to hear her say, you know, that was a really messed up time. We were up there at Edinburgh, and the only thing I was there for, and the only reason that equipment was going off and they didn't know it is because I had a radio in my pocket and I was keying the mic, and it was just to prove that they're all fakes. Wait a minute. You're not proving that we're a fake. You're proving that you're just making everybody's experience a crappier one. We don't... Ghost Hunts USA, folks. I've been doing this for a while. I've been around a lot of groups. There are some groups that stage some things. I'm not going to put any names out here, not this time of year. There are some groups that stage things. They try to make it really look like, oh, we're taking it to the edge and see, hanging string from a ceiling that you can't see, that real fine neo string that you can't see, but it touches you as you're standing there, and they blow up to the air, and it hits you, and you, oh my God, something's touching my head. Oh yeah, there's a piece of string. We do not do that. I can guarantee you. Go to Ghost Hunts USA. April, I see you're watching. I hope you guys had a great time up there at Edinburgh. I wish I could have spent more time with you. We had so many guests. I apologize for that. I'm kind of trying to work on something. Hopefully I can get you guys out to another one that's close by here. If not, maybe we'll set something up and we'll just drag JP along, and we'll get you guys, the whole group, and we'll go out and find someplace and we'll just do one on our own some weekend. But just to be able to sit and go through some of these places and walk through and listen and see what happens. Sit in your own home. Just remember, the land has been around a lot longer than your house has. You just don't know what's going to be there. You don't know what's going to come through. You may not have anything come through. But if you're quiet enough, or if you listen to those kids. Now, if the kids are talking about where somebody if the kids are talking to someone and they're going, hey, I can't tell you what mom's wearing because she's in the bathroom, then you got a problem. Because that's a perverted ghost. Or it's somebody, one of my family members I know that's kind of hiding in your house. So, watch out for those. Thanks, April. That's really good to know. But it's listen to your feelings. Listen to how your skin feels. How your blood pressure is. You sit in a room and all of a sudden you feel like you're being watched, and you look around and no one's there, or you want to get up and just leave the room. I know there's some people that would talk about how in houses they grew up in, the light switch for the hallway was you had to go all the way down to the end of the hallway to turn it on, and no one wanted to go down that hallway. Or they'd run down there as fast as they can with their eyes kind of closed, with one hand over their eyes, the other one just out in front of them, so just in case they ran into a wall, they would turn the light on. If you get like that, then close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, relax. I always tell people, when you get as frightened as that, if you can close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and relax enough to only hear your heartbeat, your own heartbeat, it'll calm you down. Or if you've got anxiety, it'll make you pass out, which is going to be funny for me either way if I'm standing. No, I'm just kidding. If you can calm yourself down and relax and kind of go into a meditative state where your openness to everything, where you can start to open that third eye right there in the middle of your forehead, and you can kind of look around without looking, then do it. And then tell me what you see. Shoot us a line. Let me know what you're seeing out there. Because you know what? That's going to be one of the best things in the world. That's going to be one of the biggest ones that you just look out and go, I think I saw something. I'm not quite sure what I saw. But I know what I didn't see when I did see what I didn't see. And it'll make you think. Sometimes it'll make you think, what the hell did I just see? But sometimes it'll make you think, haha, here we go. Maybe you can connect with a loved one. Maybe when you're on if you go to Ghost Hunts USA, sign up, buy tickets, come see us. I don't know where we're going to be next because, again, it's the winter time and things kind of slow down for us a little bit during the winter time. But you never know who's going to be with us. Remember, I tell everyone that I know of, right now, I don't have any abilities. My biggest abilities are, can I make this microphone work? Is that camera running? Is there enough battery power in there? Can I talk enough? Like right now, can I be quiet enough? Well, that usually doesn't happen. But my biggest thing is helping out everyone else. But we never know who we're going to have. Sometimes we'll have Tyler Evans, who's the owner of Ghost Hunts USA, and he'll come out there and if he walks up by your group and you're standing there, or any medium for that matter of fact, and they walk by and they kind of look up and they go, okay, wait a minute. Who's got a dog at home missing an ear, one eye's been shot out, he was born without one leg in the back, and his tail's crooked, but his name's Lucky? And that's your dog? Say something. Because there might be another message waiting there for you. But as fast as it comes to him, it's gone. And if we don't key in on it, then you've got to. If you don't key in on it, you're going to miss something. I wish I had the abilities like that to be able to talk to people and allow people to know that someone's here waiting to talk to them. I don't. Do I want to learn how to do it? I'd love to. Do I believe that everybody in the world is born with some ability? Yeah, I do. Everybody's got something. And we're all gifted something. One of the things that we're all gifted is if you look in a mirror, right below your nose on your upper lip, there's that little divot right there. That was put there for a reason. And I think it's just so I can cut my lip when I'm shaving, because that thumb bitch is deep, and I get a head in it and I can't get it out. But I started doing some reading, and it was one of the saints that when you're born puts his finger up to your lip, puts that indentation there, because you've already seen the other side. You already know what we're working towards. And if that's what we're working towards each time, that's where we're going all the time, is to try to figure out what we saw and what we're not allowed to see because of that little divot. Then you know what? Let's go for it. If there's a way to open it up just a little bit while we're here, make our lives a little bit better here, then let's go for it. All we need is to have understanding in the paranormal world. There's always going to be the criticizers and the haters and the people that think this was bull and it cost too much, or it's too cold, or it's too whiny, or my butt hurts, or my legs hurt, and a booty hooty hoo. I can't understand why we get people all the time that say, oh my God, it's so dark. Why do we have to do this at night? Well, part of it's nostalgia. Part of it is looking at it going, we do this at night because too many people think that that's when it can only happen. And it's not true. It can happen in the day. It can happen in the night. It can happen anytime. You can get something while you're sleeping. I know that the house that my lovely wife here and I live in, we've got a few spirits running around. Kelly and I have been laying in bed and heard talking, knowing that all the TVs are off, knowing that there's no radios on, the computer's turned off and all the phones are off, and we're in bed trying to sleep. And all of a sudden, you hear something. You hear two people talking. We've actually gotten to the point now where we just kind of sit up and go, hey, would you mind? We're trying to sleep in here. And they get quiet. They've become accustomed to us like we've become accustomed to them. And somebody said, well, you got to get them out of there. Why? I feel more protected and more safe when they're here than I hope they're here. I hope they're both standing. I hope there's like 20 people standing in the room with me. First of all, this room would be packed because it's a small. My office is a small room. That is tiny. I hope there's people standing around me, just trying to. I think they're all trying. You know, hey, Bill, we got to get your attention. We got to get your attention. I wish I could. If you're standing around me, I apologize. I can't hear you. I can't see you. I'm sticking my hand out to try to touch you. But if they're not here, then where do they go? What gives you that feeling late at night? Or I'm sorry, let's change it. What gets you that feeling while you're driving to work and you go, hey, something's not right, and you slow down just a little bit. You come around that corner, and there's a cop sitting there that's usually never there. What about that feeling of deja vu? Where you go, you know, I've been there before. I just don't know why I've been there before. Are you seeing it through someone else's eyes? Did you have a dream that someone else put in your head? Is that what the deja vu is? Or like this weekend, a lady walked in where we were at, and I knew who she was. I knew her name. I knew what she was, but I don't know how I knew. I just knew who I was like, hey, that's so and so. Like, who? That lady right there just walked in. That's so and I said her name. How do you know that? I don't know. I don't know how I know who she is. And then you get the times where, like, you go to a place and you start talking with somebody and you feel like you've known this person forever. Or are you connected with them spiritually? Are you connected with them through a spirit, maybe? That went, I know you two are going to be together soon. I have to get you two in the same area. That spirit, one spirit or several spirits guide you to that area. It just makes me wonder, we make decisions in our lives all the time. And sometimes you go, I don't know why I did that. I don't know. It just seemed right. You don't know how to do it, but it just seems right. And then all of a sudden you do it, and everybody kind of looks at you, how do you know how to do that? Well, I don't know. Well, shit, that was crazy. What made it so you could actually do that? I don't know. I don't know what made it so I could do that. Something standing with you, talking with you, guiding you, helping you make decisions through your life that are kind of giving you that wonder of how it should be going. What do we do each day? We go through our lives just like a ghost, or just like a robot programmed. Every now and then, throw a glitch into that robot. Change it up just a little bit. Get up in the morning, instead of saying, your goodbye to your wife before you go to work. Get up a little earlier. Have coffee with her. Talk with him. Say hello. Greet the world together. Go outside and just greet the world on a good day. I challenge everybody this weekend. I don't know what the weather's going to be. But wake up in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, and step outside and say hello to the world. Try making a small change somewhere. We treat each other like how we want to be treated. Somebody treats me like crap, am I going to treat them like crap back? No, because where does it stop? Sometimes I have to bite my lip and I have to bite the back of my throat and just say, you know what? That's it. I gotta do this. I gotta hold back. Because if I don't hold back, it's not gonna be good later on. I guess I've got about 5 minutes left, I think. I don't know how much more time I've got. Jimmy hasn't rang in. But what I'm saying is
5 minutes.
Just jump in with your life and look at things. Look at how things are going. Look at how things have been. It's a time of the year when everybody always wants to say, it's the time of the year to be grateful to each other. Why is it only one time of the year? Why do we only have to be grateful one time of the year? Why can't we be grateful all year long? I don't know. I got no answer to it, because you know what? I've fallen prey to this too. I've fallen prey to the whole, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Why? Because it's freezing frickin' cold outside. You got to bundle up in 500 layers, and then by the time you get all bundled up, oh crap, I got to take a leak. Now you got to unbundle as fast as you can so you don't piss down your leg. How's that wonderful? Why isn't it the most wonderful time of the year to slip on your flip-flops and your shorts and walk outside and just lay in the pool with the kids and have a blast? Why isn't that the most wonderful time of the year? Why did they put Christmas in July, but it was nice? Why is it that we always lock ourselves up during certain times of the year so we don't have to be around people? And I'm guilty of that too. I do that every year. I don't do Christmas with my family unless I have to, but I have my personal reasons for that. I'm going to go spend it with JP in April this year, I think. Ooh, a fly. Hello. I think that, if I can work as hard as I can to make other people smile and happy, maybe that's what I'm here for. Maybe that's all I'm supposed to do. I'll make people as happy as I possibly can and make people smile as much as they can. Try to make things right for people. And I wouldn't say I'm suffering through it, because it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that you're making somebody else's day. You know, when I was DJing, JP, I was right there with you on this stuff when we were out there doing those late night events. To watch a bride and groom walk away, or a bride's mom and dad walk away at the end of the night, you know, just tired as hell, but they're smiling and they can't say thank you enough because you made their day. We ever tell them that anything that was wrong that we couldn't fix? No. We didn't tell them half the stuff we took care of. Because that's what you do. You just take care of people. Just take care of people. I'm running out of time here. I think I got about a minute and a half left, if not just about a minute. I want to say thank you to everyone out there. Thank you to those soldiers and sailors who are out there, men and women, fighting for this great country to keep us great, so I can sit here in Babylon for an hour and a half and just keep things going. You guys are the best in the world. Thank you to everybody that was on Facebook live with me. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking around and being with us tonight. Thanks to Jimmy back there in the background who just scared the crap out of me with a message. I really want to thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for letting me rant. Thanks for being you. And thank you to anyone else for no reason. Just thank you. Hey, you guys are awesome. I'll see you again next week. We'll be live here on Facebook. We'll be live here on the show. With that, the only thing I got to say is peace. I'll see you in the dark.